Welcome back to Emma English Talks. Today we're talking about something every English learner wonders about: how to train your brain to think directly in English instead of translating first.
That already sounds like a challenge, Emma. When I speak English, I usually build the sentence in my own language first, then try to change it into English.
And that's exactly what many learners do, Jack. It's not wrong at all, but it makes speaking slower because your brain is doing two jobs at the same time instead of one.
That explains a lot. Sometimes I know what I want to say, but by the time I translate it, I lose the words, forget the grammar, and start feeling nervous.
Yes, that happens to everyone. The good news is that with regular practice, your brain can slowly learn to connect ideas directly with English words and expressions.
So you're saying I don't need to translate forever? That sounds amazing because translating every little thought feels like carrying a heavy backpack everywhere.
Exactly! Think about children learning their first language. They don't translate. They simply connect objects, actions, and feelings with words, and you can train your brain similarly.
I like that idea. It sounds much more natural and less stressful. But honestly, Emma, how can I start thinking in English when I'm alone during the day?
Start with simple thoughts. Look around and describe what you see in English. I'm drinking coffee, the weather is nice, or I need to answer an email.
That sounds easy enough. So instead of silently thinking in my language, I should create small English sentences about my daily life whenever I can.
That's right. Keep the sentences simple at first. Your goal isn't perfect grammar. Your goal is teaching your brain to stay in English a little longer every day.
I love that approach because it feels practical and realistic. I'm excited to try it today and see if my brain can finally stop translating everything.
Exactly, Jack. When you translate every thought, your brain works twice as hard, and that extra work often makes your English slower, less natural, and sometimes confusing.
That makes so much sense. I often translate word by word in my head, and then the sentence sounds strange because English doesn't always work like my language.
Right. So our goal today is simple and practical. We want your brain to stop translating and start connecting ideas directly to English words and expressions.
Wow, that sounds like the dream for every learner. Thinking in English and speaking in English without stopping to translate would feel so much easier.
And that's exactly why I have 3 simple tips for you today. Let's begin with tip number 1. Think in very small English sentences throughout your day.
Small sentences? Good, because long sentences usually scare me. I think I can handle short and simple thoughts much better than complicated ones.
Perfect. For example, right now you could think, I am sitting on a chair or I am listening carefully. Short sentences train your brain naturally.
Oh, I see. I don't need fancy vocabulary or difficult grammar. I just need simple English thoughts about what I'm doing at this moment.
Exactly. When you wake up, think, I am tired or I need coffee. Those tiny thoughts may seem small, but they are powerful daily practice.
I really like this method because it feels easy and realistic. There is no pressure, and I can practice almost anywhere without special materials.
That's the beauty of it. Look around and describe your world. Think, the sun is bright, the air feels warm, or the street is busy today.
It's like taking a photo with words instead of a camera. I just look at something and create a quick English picture in my mind.
What a wonderful description, Jack. You can do this on a bus, in a park, while shopping, or even while waiting in a long line somewhere.
Let me try one now. The bus is crowded. Some people are standing. I found a seat. Today is my lucky day. Maybe I really am an English poet.
An English poet on a crowded bus. I love that, Jack. The best part is that every small English thought makes your brain stronger and more confident.
That makes me feel motivated. Instead of worrying about mistakes, I can just practice one simple sentence at a time and enjoy the process.
Exactly. Now let's move to tip number 2. This one is very important because it helps your brain collect more English naturally every single day.
Okay, I'm ready. What is tip number 2? I hope it's as simple as the first one because my brain likes easy and practical ideas.
Don't worry. Tip number 2 is called input. Input means putting English into your brain through listening, reading, and enjoying English every day.
Input? That sounds interesting. So when I listen to Emma English Talks right now, English is going into my brain and helping me learn naturally.
Yes, exactly. Every time you listen to a podcast, watch a video, read a story, or hear a song, your brain receives valuable English input.
That's great news because I'm already doing input without realizing it. And our listeners are doing it too while they're listening right now.
Absolutely. Input can come from many places. You can enjoy movies, songs, simple articles, short videos, or books written for beginners.
I actually enjoy children's books. The stories are fun, the pictures are helpful, and I don't feel lost after every sentence.
That's a wonderful choice. Children's books use clear and simple language, which makes them perfect for learners who want easy and useful input.
So the more English I hear and read, the more familiar it becomes. My brain slowly starts recognizing patterns without working so hard.
Exactly right. It's like listening to your favorite song many times. At first, you don't know the words, but later you remember them naturally.
I love that comparison. English input is like music for my brain, and every day I'm adding a few more notes to the song.
Beautifully said, Jack. And there's one more powerful technique connected to input. It's called shadowing, and it can improve your speaking quickly.
Shadowing? That sounds mysterious. Are we talking about the shadow that follows me on a sunny day, or something completely different?
Something different. Shadowing means listening to English and repeating it immediately, copying the words, pronunciation, rhythm, and natural flow.
Oh, I get it now. I listen carefully, pause the audio, and repeat exactly what I hear, almost like becoming an echo of the speaker.
That's exactly how it works. You don't just learn vocabulary. You also train your mouth, ears, and brain to work together in English.
I really like this idea. Our listeners can even practice shadowing with Emma English Talks right now by repeating our sentences after us.
That's right, listeners. Try shadowing with us today. Repeat our sentences out loud and have fun with it. Learning works best when it feels enjoyable.
I like that idea. It feels less like studying and more like a game. Plus, it's a great excuse to talk to my computer without feeling weird.
Exactly. Shadowing trains your ears, your mouth, and your confidence at the same time. The more you repeat, the easier English sounds become.
I'm definitely going to try that today. Okay, Emma, we've talked about thinking and input. What's the third and final tip for our listeners?
Tip number 3 is output. Output means taking the English inside your brain and sending it out through speaking, writing, or expressing your thoughts.
Oh, that's easy to remember. Input goes into my brain, and output comes out of it. I think even I can remember that.
Perfect. But here's something important. Input alone isn't enough. You can listen and read for years, but speaking requires actual speaking practice.
That sounds painfully true. Sometimes I understand a lot of English, but when it's time to speak, my mouth suddenly forgets everything I know.
And that's why output matters so much. Your brain needs opportunities to use English actively, not just store it quietly like books on a shelf.
Okay, but what if I don't have anyone to practice with? Not everyone has an English speaking friend available every day.
Great question, Jack. My answer is simple and powerful. Talk to yourself in English whenever you have a chance during your daily routine.
Talk to myself? If someone hears me having full conversations alone, they might think I've finally lost my mind completely.
Maybe, but your English will improve. The best part is that nobody corrects you, judges you, or makes you feel nervous about mistakes.
That's actually very comforting. I can experiment, make mistakes, try again, and learn naturally without feeling embarrassed or pressured.
Exactly. Imagine you're making breakfast. You can say, I'm making coffee. The coffee smells wonderful, or I think I'll make some toast.
I love that example because coffee is already a big part of my life. My kitchen could become my own little English classroom every morning.
That's the spirit. Turn ordinary moments into English practice. Your daily activities become lessons, and your brain gets stronger little by little.
Welcome to Jack's Kitchen Radio. Today we're making coffee, enjoying breakfast, and practicing English while the world slowly wakes up.
I would definitely listen to that show. And you can also describe what you see around you whenever you need speaking practice.
Let me try. I see a table near the wall, a window beside it, and outside I can see a beautiful green tree under a bright blue sky.
Wonderful! That's exactly what output looks like. Simple observations becoming English sentences. You're not translating, you're simply describing your world.
Now that I think about it, this feels much easier than I expected. Small thoughts, lots of input, and regular output really do make sense.
Exactly, Jack. Don't wait for perfect grammar before speaking. The real goal is to communicate, try your best, and let your brain learn through practice.
I like that idea because perfection feels impossible sometimes. But trying feels possible, and every small effort seems much less scary to me.
That's the secret. Every time you speak, even with mistakes, your brain learns something new and becomes a little stronger and more confident.
So if I use simple English sentences every day, my brain slowly gets used to English and starts feeling more relaxed and natural.
Exactly. Your brain is practicing output, building confidence, and becoming comfortable with English. Comfort is much more important than perfection.
Comfortable, not perfect. I really love that phrase. It feels encouraging because it gives me permission to learn without worrying so much.
Then remember it every day. Say it when you're nervous, when you make mistakes, or when speaking feels difficult. Comfortable, not perfect.
I think that might become my new life motto. Comfortable, not perfect. It sounds simple, positive, and realistic for language learners.
Wonderful! And don't forget that speaking isn't the only type of output. Writing is another great way to practice and strengthen your English.
Really? That's good news because writing feels less stressful. I can take my time, think carefully, and express myself without rushing.
Exactly. Try writing a few simple sentences every evening. Describe your day, your feelings, or something interesting that's happened to you.
Something like, "Today I visited a shop. I bought some bread. The bread tasted fresh and delicious." Would that be good practice?
That would be perfect. Short, clear, and natural sentences are all you need. Your brain grows stronger every time you write like that.
I can definitely do that. Maybe I'll speak English to my coffee in the morning and write English in my notebook at night.
That sounds like the perfect learning routine, Jack. You're turning ordinary moments into English practice without making your day stressful.
Thank you, Emma. I'm starting to feel like a real English learner now, instead of someone who is always waiting to become perfect.
Before we finish, let's review our 3 tips one more time so everyone's listening can remember them and start practicing today.
Great idea. Reviews help me remember things. Okay, tip number 1 was thinking in small English sentences about everyday situations.
Exactly. Short thoughts like, I'm happy, I'm tired, or I'm sitting by the window. Simple English is powerful English.
And tip number 2 was input. Listening to podcasts, reading books, watching movies, and surrounding myself with English every day.
Perfect. The more English your brain receives, the more familiar it becomes. Input gives your brains the examples it needs to learn.
And tip number 3 was output, speaking, writing, talking to myself, and using the English I've learned instead of keeping it inside.
Especially in the kitchen. Good morning, coffee. How are you today? Thankfully, coffee is always a very friendly listener.
That's true. Coffee never interrupts, never judges, and never corrects your grammar. It's probably the most patient conversation partner ever.
One thing I'm still wondering about, Emma, how much practice do we really need every day to make steady progress in English?
Most people think they need several hours, but that's not true. A small amount of practice every day is often much more effective.
Really? So I don't need 2 or 3 hours every day? That makes learning feel much easier and more realistic for busy people.
Not at all. Even 10 focused minutes every day can create amazing results because your brain learns best through regular repetition.
I love hearing that. 10 minutes sounds manageable, and if repetition is the key, then small daily practice can become a powerful habit.
That's right, Jack. Repetition simply means doing the same helpful thing again and again. That's how habits grow, and that's how language becomes natural.
I never realized learning English could be that simple. 10 minutes today, 10 minutes tomorrow, and those small efforts slowly build something big.
Exactly. After a few weeks, you'll notice small improvements. After a few months, you'll feel more confident, and English will seem much easier.
Exactly. After a few weeks, you'll notice improvements. After a few months, you'll feel more confident, and English will seem much easier.
I love that idea because it removes so much pressure. Instead of chasing huge results, I can focus on small daily actions and trust the process.
That's the secret many successful learners discover. Small steps repeated consistently are often more powerful than one long study session every week.
It's like building a house one brick at a time. One brick doesn't look impressive, but after many days, you have something strong and beautiful.
What a great example. Every English sentence you read, hear, write, or speak becomes another brick in your own English house.
I like that. Maybe my English house is still under construction, but at least I'm adding new bricks every single day.
And don't forget the importance of routine. Try practicing at the same time each day because habits become stronger when they follow a schedule.
So if I practice every morning while drinking coffee, my brain will start expecting English at that time, just like it expects coffee.
Exactly. Listen to a podcast, read a short article, think in English, or talk to yourself for 10 minutes while enjoying your morning coffee.
That actually sounds relaxing. Instead of feeling like homework, it feels like a pleasant morning ritual that I can look forward to.
That's the goal. When practice becomes part of your daily routine, it feels normal instead of difficult, and improvement happens almost automatically.
After 1 week, it becomes familiar. After 1 month, it becomes easier. And after several months, the results start becoming very noticeable.
Absolutely. One day, someone may tell you, wow, your English sounds much better now, and you'll realize how far you've come.
And I'll proudly answer, thank you very much. My coffee and I have been studying English together every morning.
That's the perfect answer. It's simple, practical, and something almost anyone can do, even people who feel busy, tired, or overwhelmed.
That's encouraging because some days I'm exhausted, but even I can find 10 minutes for English and a cup of coffee.
And that's why consistency matters more than intensity. A little practice every day is often better than studying for hours once in a while.
I think that's one of the most valuable lessons from today's conversation. Small daily actions can create surprisingly big results over time.
Well, Jack, we've reached the end of today's episode here on Emma English Talks, and it's been wonderful sharing these ideas with everyone.
I've learned a lot today, Emma. These tips feel practical, realistic, and easy enough for learners to start using immediately.
Thank you, Jack. And thank you to all our amazing listeners for spending part of your day with us and practicing your English.
If you enjoyed this episode of Emma English Talks, please subscribe, leave a like, and share it with a friend who is learning English.
Before we go, we have a question for everyone listening. Do you usually talk to yourself in English or in your native language?
Tell us in the comments because we love hearing your experiences, your stories, and the creative ways you practice English every day.
And remember our message from today. Use small sentences, enjoy regular input, practice output, and focus on being comfortable, not perfect.
Keep taking small steps, keep trusting the process, and keep practicing every day. Your brain is learning more than you think. Bye, everyone.